belief that every single person needs a mentor in their life.
The mentor-mentee relationship is just unparalleled.
TOVA is a wonderful organization that looks to the needs of our children.
The fundamentals are there, the professionalism is there.
To us, TOVA is a lifesaver.
Having a mentor in your life could really change everything you are.
The mentor is a non-judgmental person. He's just there.
It's something to be embraced, and it's something to be applauded and accepted.
TOVA is really a dream come true.
They're doing so much that's so integral to the growth of our young men and women.
The concept is just so simple, yet can make such an impression on someone's life.
It can turn a kid from being at risk to going to a place of success.
You're going to feel much better once you have someone to talk to.
We are a lifeline and a link for families, for children, and hopefully for Klal Yisrael.
The organization TOVA began in our community here, in the 5 Towns Far Rockaway community, and at the time it was something very innovative.
We realized that as our schools were growing and as our community was growing and the classrooms were becoming 20, 25, 30 in a class, we realized that the Rebbe or the Morah was not going to reach every single child. So we said, what if we created a mentoring program? Big brothers and big sisters who would come and take those children who are not getting the attention that they needed and just help them along and guide them in their growth.
I think having the schools involved was essential because that's where the teenager spends most of his time, and that's where a lot of the challenges begin, with peer pressure and the demands of school.
For an educator, when you are up against a wall and you have nowhere to turn and nowhere to go, you need a number, someone to call help. We need help with this young man. TOVA was there first.
But this concept of mentoring was brand new, particularly in the Jewish community.
The mentoring program really is the least stigmatized type of assistance that somebody would get. It's not a mental health professional, it's a young person, a cool person, whom they can talk to, they can hang out with, they're not embarrassed to be seen with, and yet it is incredibly effective. We've seen it personally, we've seen it professionally.
We worked together, we developed a model, we brought in great people, and TOVA was born.
Help me fix what I have broken. Teach me to learn. Teach me to learn. You're a beacon on a hill from a new world, better still, where there's hope, where there's life, where there's peace. Mikol melamdai, Mikol melamdai, Iskalti.
One thing that's amazing about the TOVA Mentoring Program is that it reaches out to all different types of children.
When I make a referral to TOVA, I'm confident that when that referral is made, they're going to be received warmly, the family is going to be taken care of, and the student that we are concerned about is going to get the right mentor for that student and the right family.
We have a screening process for our mentors. We look into 2 major aspects, their hashkafa and their personality. We need to make sure that someone is appropriate for a yeshiva, and we need to make sure that someone is appropriate for a day school.
We have young people who are being trained to work in a professional capacity with young people, not just to hang out with them, just to be their buddies, but to help them develop and grow and to work through some of the issues which confront them every day in the challenges of being teenagers.
Growing up and with my brother really living out of town and going to other schools, I needed somebody just to be there for me, just because as a kid you need to relieve stress. And at all times, Yehuda was always there to help me, whatever I wanted to do, whether it was just going out to eat or running in the park. I just wanted to be able to be out and just be a normal kid. I have a big brother in my life.
They're going to be there, they're going to be great listeners, they're going to be there with you, they're going to give you all of themselves with the training supporting them, and they're going to be there to be machazik this child. To have that when you're growing up, I wish I had that when I was growing up.
It's not a program for at-risk youth. Many people think it was. It's really not designed to help somebody at risk. Actually, we feel this is a program designed to prevent that risk.
a child that's really making it, that does well in school, that has friends, they can sometimes be, you know, pushed to the bottom of the list or not maybe get that extra time that they need with a parent. I feel that my daughter having a mentor really helps with making her feel special.
Many children from intact, wholesome homes with wonderful parents who just need that extra attention.
I feel that TOVA goes out of their way to make sure that availability is there. And when my kids come home with a smile, wow, we had a great time today. Having that expression on their face says a lot about TOVA.
I would sometimes feel very stressed in school, so to go out, even for an hour, half hour, it felt great because I can get a break. We always have such a fun time, we can just be so hyper, and usually all of our conversations usually end up in a bowl of laughter, I think.
Here TOVA comes in and says, every child needs something, and if you feel that your child, this can help him a little bit, or her, a little bit, just like that's on the edge, like they're really doing well, but they just need that little bit, TOVA really fills that need.
As we all know, this community was, we've gone through a lot through Hurricane Sandy. And there was a particular family that we had that had a tremendous amount of water in the house, and the father, the family, they were all trying to save everything in the basement, bringing everything up. 2 weeks later, after the storm, the mentor was back in with the boy that he was seeing, and the boy turned to his mentor and said, I don't understand. My father was running down to save Sfarim and computers, but aren't I important? And the mentor really spoke with him, really made him feel comfortable that he can just go home and not be upset at his parents, and made him realize that in the moment there are certain ways that people react, and the mentor is really able to be there to segue the boy into, I guess, reality.
During that tumultuous time, the mentors still kept in touch with the kids. The mentors at least gave them that consistency, gave them that structure of saying, I'm there for you and you still have me.
A mentor is a friend, he's a role model, he's a teacher, he's a confidant, and all of that rolled into one.
If you need someone, or if you feel that a child needs a sibling or a friend, they should definitely call TOVA and sign up right away.
Your organization has been phenomenal in every possible way.
I don't think there's a single one of us, including myself, who could have gotten to where they've gotten in life without the assistance of mentors.
We all have busy lives, but this is an opportunity to get involved in something that will impact so many directly in our community.
Let's help them out, let's help support them, because we're not just helping them out, we're helping out our children in the process. And Mamela, we're helping out our community, the Five Towns Rockaways community, to take it to the next level and to be a role model for all of Klal Yisrael, the world over.
Isn't this beautiful? Brothers helping brothers, sisters helping sisters, older ones helping the younger ones. Isn't this the dream of every parent? I suspect this is the dream of Hashem. The more who join us, the more who will follow this model, it should be the impetus to speedily bring Mashiach Tzidkenu b'meir v'yameinu. Amen.